Aman stood in the ring, sweat dripping from his brow, his heart pounding like a drum. The crowd roared, but it wasn't for him. He had just been knocked down, again. This wasn't just a boxing match. It was his shot at redemption, his ticket to prove everyone wrong. But now, lying on the cold, hard canvas, he felt the weight of his failures pressing down on him. Memories of being told he wasn't good enough flooded his mind. He'd been here before, not just in the ring but in life. A constant battle against rejection, doubt, and defeat. As the referee counted down, Aman's body screamed for rest, but his soul whispered something else. Get up. Aman's journey hadn't been easy. Born into poverty, he grew up fighting battles no child should face. An absent father, a mother working endless hours just to put food on the table, and a world that seemed determined to keep him down. The scars weren't just physical, they were etched into his heart. Each setback in his life felt like another punch, another reminder that the odds were stacked against him. Yet, amidst the chaos, there was one constant, his mother's voice. Aman, life is a battlefield, she would say, but every warrior has the power to rise. Her words became his armor, though the battles only seemed to grow harder. Months after the devastating loss, Aman found himself staring at his reflection in a shattered mirror. He barely recognized the man looking back. Anger, shame, and self-pity threatened to consume him. But then a memory surfaced, a time when he had been a child, beaten by a bully, and his mother had stood him up, wiped his tears, and said, "You're stronger than this." That spark reignited something within him. Aman realized that strength wasn't just about muscles or skills. It was about resilience, the courage to keep going when every part of you wanted to quit. He decided to stop being a victim of life's punches and start fighting back. Aman's comeback began not in the ring, but in the shadows. He woke before sunrise every day, pushing his body and mind to their limits. Each mile he ran, each punch he threw, was a battle against his own doubts. His coach, an old retired fighter, became his guide. The real fight, the coach said, isn't in the ring, it's with yourself. Defeat that, and you can conquer anything. Slowly, Aman began to transform. His losses turned into lessons, his pain into fuel. He started to believe that every setback was preparing him for a greater victory. The world hadn't changed, but Aman had. He was no longer running from his battles, he was running toward them. The day of the championship fight arrived. Aman stepped into the ring, not as the underdog but as a warrior ready to claim his destiny. His opponent was stronger, faster, and more experienced, but Aman had something else, unbreakable willpower. Every punch he threw carried the weight of his struggles. Every step he took echoed his resilience. The fight was brutal, but Aman refused to fall. In the final round, battered and exhausted, he remembered his mother's words, "Life is a battlefield." With one last surge of strength, Aman delivered a knockout punch that silenced the crowd. The referee raised his hand in victory, but the triumph wasn't just about the belt, it was about proving to himself that he could rise, no matter how many times life knocked him down. As he stood there, victorious, Aman looked out at the crowd, tears in his eyes. Life had been a battlefield, but he had emerged not just as a fighter, but as a warrior.